Have you ever heard about quinoa oil for hair growth? Child, this will grow your hair from literally nothing to something. You understand? This oil is very powerful, okay? The reason why you haven't heard much about it is because people don't know much about it. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to grow your hair with quinoa oil for hair growth, okay? Child, please watch till the end and see how I make this oil. Hello lovelies, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a video on quinoa seeds, okay? Now this quinoa, guys, is very high in protein, as you can see. It's very high in protein, and it's a whole grain, okay? Now you can actually eat this as well. I actually ate it yesterday and it tastes really good, but we're going to make it for our hair, okay, and apply it topically. So the reason why you haven't seen this much on YouTube at all, because people don't know much about it, and it's a very powerful ingredient to grow your hair. Well, your hair is always growing, but to maintain healthy hair, okay? So yes, let's see what quinoa actually does. Now I'm going to be using 1/4 cup of the quinoa, all right guys, and I'll be using a blender. Make sure that you have a magic bullet, okay, to really crush those quinoa seeds. Now the proteins present in quinoa pass through the hair cuticle. Do you understand this? Penetrate the hair cortex to increase its elasticity and enhance porosity. This is a powerful ingredient, you guys. If you see something that says it passes through and penetrate the hair cuticle, that is something that you really need. So I actually use the sunflower oil to make this quinoa oil. You guys, you have to make this oil. And you know what? I don't actually want to use oils on my scalp, but I'm going to go on a challenge with the quinoa oil for hair growth, guys. I'm going to be applying it on my hair, on my scalp actually, and maybe do a hot oil treatment with the quinoa oil. And I'll show you how to use the quinoa oil, guys, so that you can really understand like how to use it. All right, so this is what the quinoa oil is looking like. You guys, look at that. You have to blend it together if you want all the nutrients to get inside your oil. You can also use other oils as well. You don't have to use sunflower oil or the oil that I have just used. You can use other oil. So this is a quinoa benefit for hair growth. So I'm just going to be using coconut oil. As I've told you before, I love coconut oil because it actually penetrates through the hair follicle, actually feeding your hair, okay? So this is the oil that you must never skip, especially if you want to do a hot oil treatment. So I'm going to be doing my double boiling method. I love double boiling methods because it actually gets the quinoa to get inside the oil. Now, do you remember that years ago people used to make like rice water, and I also did videos on rice water. Now it went viral and everyone was doing rice water for hair growth, rice water benefits. You know, people were just using rice water, but you can actually use quinoa water as well for hair growth, and I'll come up with that video. You know, just not using the rice water, you can actually use the quinoa water for hair growth, okay, because it's very high in protein. So using the oil will really strengthen your hair because it's high in protein, and protein helps your hair to be strengthened, okay? So if you think you need a protein treatment in your hair, use quinoa, okay? Use quinoa oil for your scalp, guys. If you think that it will give you like protein overload, you can just use it on your scalp only, not on the actual hair. Just use it on the scalp because it will help really maintain a healthy scalp and all that good stuff. All right, guys. So quinoa contains its full set of essential amino acids. So this is what the oil is looking like. I will be talking about the quinoa benefits for hair growth, why you should use quinoa for your hair, okay? So I'll be talking about that so that you really understand why you should start using quinoa oil for hair growth. Now, this oil is, I'm not selling it, guys. If you want, just DM me or send me a message via Instagram, okay? That you want the oil, okay? You can use it on your edges, you can use it on your scalp, you can use it on your hair as a hot oil treatment, and I'll come up with a video of how to use this quinoa oil for hair growth. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits, how it works for the hair. It's one of the few complete proteins from plants and is packed with benefits for hair and skin. Not only hair, but the skin. It aids in hair growth, helps repair damage like split ends. Wow, that is a good one, you guys. Split ends, oh my goodness. And is gentle on color-treated hair. However, it's important to note that these benefits can't be obtained from raw quinoa or quinoa products straight off from the grocery store shelf. In order to utilize quinoa as a hair superfood, it has to be hydrolyzed. Did you understand what they said? Hydrolyzed. So what does hydrolyzed mean? Put simply, to hydrolyze something is to break it down with water. The water breaks into two parts, hydroxide, hydrogen, each of which are charged differently, one negatively and other positively. All right. Now, when hydrolysis occurs, the fully built proteins break down into their individual amino acid parts. Once the process is complete, what remains is a unique profile of individual amino acids ready to get to work. The team of potent building blocks penetrates the hair more deeply than other plant proteins, pairing and bolstering hair. The amino acids don't only penetrate the hair, they also leave behind a film that serves as a protective barrier. Okay, that's what protein always does. It acts as a protective barrier on your hair to strengthen the hair. Since hair is composed of protein, coating the hair shaft with protein is a natural way to bolster its defenses. Although many protein treatments can dry out the hair, hydrolyzed quinoa strengthens the hair shaft while increasing elasticity and moisture retention. Okay, sufficient moisture is one of the key factors in defending against hair loss, helping repair damaged hair, promoting new growth, okay, and restoring overall hair health. While rehydrating and laying the foundation of beautiful, healthy hair, quinoa also protects the hair against cracking, breaking from potential damaging factors like heat, excessive sun exposure. But this barrier isn't only an external asset, it also works on repairing hair internally, reversing shaft damage, meaning that quinoa literally works on the hair from the inside out. Hey! Did you hear that, guys? Quinoa is powerful. I'm going to be using it as a challenge, you guys. I'm super excited about this quinoa. Hey! Between hair strength, color retention, and hydration and shine, quinoa proves itself on the hair care battleground. But we aren't done talking it up just yet. Quinoa adds extra volume to the hair in two different ways. First, the more obviously, it boosts hair growth, improving volume naturally over time. So you have to use this over time, not just once. Still waiting weeks and weeks for your hair to thicken naturally can be frustrating. I know that, guys. Fortunately, the protective coating also helps to make the hair thicker by literally adding another layer. Do you understand? So with hydrolyzed quinoa, you get a volume treatment now and still more natural volume later. Do you understand how it works? For that reason, combined with the moisture retention benefits, quinoa is effective for smoothing tangly, hard to manage hair. The sleek protective film helps the hair shaft respond better to combing and brushing. Hydrolyzed quinoa smoothing benefits makes it a valuable tool even in extreme hair care situations like detangling dreadlocks. Wow. You guys, so I'll be going on a challenge using this quinoa oil for hair growth on my scalp. Now, you must be very careful. Don't use this on your hair every day because that's protein. It's a lot of protein and it will create this barrier and that might make your hair hard. Watch out for the video of how I explain how to properly use the quinoa oil.